While eating, the man suddenly noticed something strange. An eerie phenomenon had appeared on his roof. He rushed to the backyard to investigate, only to find the town shrouded in black mist. What puzzled him even more was the fierce wind blowing toward the storm's center, but strangely, the gale suddenly stopped, as if controlled by some mysterious force. Yet the sky's eerie image didn't dissipate. Instead, it began gathering energy.
It's okay.
That's enough weather for me.
At first, Jack thought it was just ordinary thunder and lightning, completely unaware that a disaster was about to strike. Only when lightning struck right before his eyes did he rush inside with his daughter, but the phenomenon didn't stop. Watching the thunderbolts keep falling outside, he hurriedly reassured his daughter.
It's not gonna hit there again. Okay, because lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place. Shit!
Jack, startled by the lightning, quickly hid under the dining table with his daughter. Yet after only a moment, the lightning abruptly ceased. When Jack crawled out, he found the chandelier on the ceiling had gone dark, and all phone signals had vanished completely. He hurried out onto the street to investigate, only to discover utter chaos outside. The mechanic told him all the car's circuit boards had been completely fried. Replacing them with new spare parts didn't help. Jack jokingly suggested trying a different coil instead. Little did he know this offhand remark would later save his entire family's lives. Following the crowd to the street's center, he discovered a deep crater where lightning had struck. Jack picked up a shard of glassified rock. The unmelted side felt unnaturally cold. Just as everyone was puzzled, the ground suddenly split open. The fissure rapidly spread outward. As the cracks extended, the entire block began to slowly rotate. Then the earth was violently thrust upward, only to collapse with a thunderous crash. Countless shards of glass erupted from the earth. Even cars that had fallen into the deep pit were expelled. Then, under everyone's horrified gaze, a gigantic triangular monster emerged from underground, its surface covered in constantly shifting patterns of light. Once the triangular monster settled, the crowd curiously approached to investigate. Some even raised cameras to take pictures, and he became the first victim. Lasers fired from the creature's tentacles dissolved everything in their path into fundamental particles. Only then did people grasp the horror of this alien entity. When Jack returned home, his child looked at him curiously, asking what had happened. Only then did Jack snap out of his terror. He hurriedly grabbed the child and fled the city. Jack headed straight for the boss's only operational vehicle. The highway was now packed with stranded cars, and Jack's was the only one still running. He gripped the steering wheel tightly, not daring to relax for a moment. Soon, Jack arrived at his ex-wife's residence with the child, but the house was empty. For safety's sake, Jack led the children to the basement. This decision saved their lives once more. Late at night, lightning struck again. They jolted awake from their sleep. The entire house began shaking violently. Jack hurriedly took the child into the storage room, but the moment they entered, a massive explosion followed. It wasn't until the next morning that Jack dared to open the door. The sight before him plunged him into panic. Jack dared not linger. He led the children onward in flight, aiming for their grandmother's home in Boston. He suspected his ex-wife might have gone there, yet they had barely traveled a short distance when his daughter cried out needing the bathroom. Jack suggested she relieve herself by the roadside, but she insisted on running to the riverbank. There, she witnessed a scene that left her utterly horrified.